Welcome back to a stylish cost calculator template for cleaning companies. In this cleaning company template, we are going to build a cost calculator very similar to this example, where you pick basically what you're looking to get cleaned, and then these three buttons down here will dictate whether or not you get a discount for the frequency. And if you get your house cleaned more frequently, you get a higher discount. So you can apply this idea to almost any business. Basically, at the end of the day, if your goal is to click a button and trigger either a discount or a charge, that's what we're going to look to do in this tutorial. Let's first start by going to add new calculator and calling it something. We'll call it Cleaning Company version 2 with discounts. So the first thing we are going to want to build is asking them a set of questions. So let's go ahead and potentially add a slider on how much bedrooms they want to clean, or we can even do that with an input box instead, actually. We're going to want to use an input box because we can only use one calculator per subsection, and we want that subsection to have the custom math, which is going to trigger that discount. So let's go ahead and add the quantity box. We can get rid of that drop down, and we can say bedrooms. Let's do, should we do a price for that? I suppose for this example, we'll just do $100 for each and one of these questions. So let's go ahead and duplicate that, and we can say how many bathrooms. Let's make it cheaper. Bathrooms are cheaper. And maybe we can ask for square footage of the house or something like that. But let's go ahead and add these questions down below. So I'd probably do that by asking the question with either an image button or with just a simple button. So we can say cleaning frequency. And actually above that, I may just add a text box. So let's grab this text box and push it above. And we can just give it the title's internal, so you don't have to worry about that. But basically, it's cleaning frequency, or let's see how they do it in the example. They don't even have a section for it. Basically, I'm trying to add a title. That's pretty much what I'm doing here. So we can say something like choose your cleaning frequency. I didn't spell frequency right. Perfect. You can even actually maybe just make this like an H2 or H3 depending on your theme. That might just make it look better. So the first simple button we are going to ask will be bi-weekly. Bi-weekly, most popular. I like that, most popular, how they're doing that. The next one is monthly, or actually we can probably do weekly then monthly. And then we do monthly, and then we can do one time. Perfect. So let's go ahead and see what the calculator looks like right now. So we got basically how many bathrooms are you looking to clean, how many bedrooms, and then choose your cleaning frequency down here. And then the person will click how often. Oh, actually, that's very important. We got to give this $0 because we're using this element as a selector and not as a calculator, if that makes any sense. So basically, they choose their rooms, they choose their bathrooms, and then they choose their frequency. Perhaps we need to actually do the frequency as a radio button, now that I think about it, because they can only choose one. They can't choose more than one. And then we can go to advanced options and we can do a 2 column to make it cleaner. So let's see what it looks like. Yeah, perfect. So now they can either choose one or the other. So that's the idea behind that. Potentially you can even do a 3 column and it might look even cleaner. Perfect. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. And then we want to trigger that discount. So now we have to go ahead and add a custom math, and you have to make it inside that section, right? So the section starts at this line here and it ends at this line here. So anything within this subsection, the slider in the custom math is going to have an effect on that area. So let's go ahead, and you have to create a new custom math for each of these cleaning frequencies. So for example, the biweekly. So let's go up to biweekly. Let's copy this one here, and let's add that custom math. We don't want to display it on the front end form unless they actually, no, we can choose to display on the front end and on the detailed price list, which is also the PDF as well. So this will be the name of it. We're going to give a discount percentage, and it's 15% off. So we're going to minus 15%. So that's how this works. We're going to add conditional logic, and we're going to say if the element is equal to, the element that we want to trigger is the simple buttons element. Which is now the radio button. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's just refresh our screen here because we chose a couple of different things. Okay. So for the conditional logic, we just have to refresh the screen in order to get the conditional logic, the new items that we added back to it. And then this changed from a simple button to a radio button. So we are going to give a discount if it's bi-weekly. So not only are we showing the custom math on the front end, but we're also allowing it to manipulate the price as well. So keep that in mind. When you add conditional logic to a custom math or a variable math element, you're triggering this to apply the math and to actually show up on the front end. So if it's checked, then do its thing. So now we can simply just copy and paste this and switch the next one to weekly. We can actually call it a weekly discount. Perhaps, and this one can even be called a bi-weekly discount. And the weekly discount's 10% off. Or let's say it will be, I don't know, 12% off or something like that. And we can say if it's monthly, weekly, they get a smaller discount. So let's go ahead and just test this. You're getting 3 bedrooms clean, you're getting 2 bathrooms, it's $400 a week or a month or whatever that is. And if you hit this discount, you're now getting 15% off. And if you hit this discount here, weekly, you're getting now 12% off. So this is perfect. It's working out just well. It's showing you that you selected weekly. So this is good for your staff to know what their frequency is. And furthermore to that, the radio button, which we're using to trigger the person's choice, you can go to advanced options and you can choose, actually that's with drop down menus. So with the drop down menu, you can choose to append the name of the radio button. But with this radio button, the name is simply actually just the frequency that they're choosing. So far it's working out quite well. They're getting a 48 euro discount. It's recognizing them in Canada, so it's giving me, it's saying $514. So everything is working out quite well so far. If you were to have this on your front end, you see it says total. You can actually choose to go to translations and use total, and you can say total, and you can say monthly or whatever. And then what that would do is that would change the person knowing that that total is a weekly total or a monthly total. But perhaps that's actually going to change depending on which button they choose here. So I suppose it's just obvious whether or not if they say weekly, then we know that this is a weekly charge. So yeah, so that's pretty much, it concludes this tutorial. If you guys have any questions, just send a comment into the YouTube channel, or you can just actually head over to stylishcostcalculator.com/support and we can answer your support questions there.